So, dear Dhamma practitioners, we're going to start our ongoing meditation session now. Be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line. Gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just focus to the sound, please. Namo tas bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhas. Namo tas bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhas. Namo tas bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhas. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So your right palm on your left and keep your back straight and gently close your eyes and bring your attention to your body, please. And observe head to toes 3 times yourself and say Supatveva, or may I be well and happy. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we are spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation, and later observe the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within whatever the experience come to you. So deeply and gently breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And bring your attention to the sensation. Allow everything to settle down as it is. So through the sensation, recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. Do nothing extra. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Just keep follow the inhalation, exhalation. This is rising, this is inhalation, exhalation. So like that. Just get a mental note. This is rising, this is falling according to your inhalation, exhalation. And follow the entire continuation and recognize this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end of the inhalation and exhalation. Also be aware about the length and the depth of the inhalation, exhalation. You may experience some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just accept it. Don't try to make anything happen. Just allow everything to happen as it is. Keep your attention to the change happening with your sensation. Just follow the same change with any experience come to you. Any thought, sensation, feelings, sound, smell, anything, whatever come to you, just see the change. Bring your attention to your body and observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward, and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, as human beings, we are always struggling with our own mind. This all the dharma, this all spiritual practice, everything try to teach us how to have a very clear mind. So that is the most important fundamental tool or the skill that you have to develop, having a clear mind. But mostly why it is difficult, because this everything happen out of the mind, and the mind always take the lead, and mind always govern our thoughts. So the mind survive out of the thoughts. When you don't have thoughts, there is no mind. So mind always have the fear. That's fear. Another way it called the Mara or the demons. This all the reflection of the mind. Why? Because when there is no thoughts, when there is no desire, when there is no like dislike, your mind cannot exist. So then itself, the way to survive and creating thoughts. Other than that, there is nothing. Otherwise, if you don't think, or if you get out of the desire, if you get into the tranquility state, the world not going to do anything, or the world not going to come against it, become a blessings for the world. But for us, for our own mind, it become a bigger challenge. But when it come to the mind, it is not mostly when it come to this the through the science we try to understand through this all the neuroscience, or that way whatever explained as mind is not the mind here. This mind means the entire body, and also deeper, that we have the habitual pattern, the current build up. It is not somebody put it in you, that the current itself, it's same like the waves. Maybe it start with the very tiny wave, but once it start to flow, what happening? It become bigger, bigger, bigger with the wind. So it is not a kind of like a separate part. So it is a combination of this everything you experience. Though when you experience the mind mean this moon, sun, and this all the entire universal pattern, because we are living inside it. But at the same time, that you have to be aware. Even though this everything there, your mind is the epicenter of this all the experience. So that the mind behave on patterns, habitual patterns. And the way to get out of this, because it is like a tangle, it is kind of like a net. When it come to a net, look at how the net create. So when it come to the net, it's as you know, it's like so you take a that the two thread like this, and then so it like say, okay, it like this. When you have two thread, or even within one thread, you can create a net. And so you create something. So like this. And this each and every knot, that it is not separate from something. This each and everything bound to each other. Maybe you have the one thread, but out of that one thread you create a net. But this each and every knot, it separately tight and hold, but it is interconnected. So same like your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind, it interconnected and bound to this all the desires. So through the meditation, you slowly observe. You in the beginning, you shut down, you cut down, and you stop all the reactions. So when you stop reacting, what happening? The current start to withdraw. Otherwise, it keep going, keep going, keep going. When the current withdraw within yourself, within from your mind, what happening? Your mind start to settle down itself. So once the mind settle down, it is very easy for you to slowly get out of these tangles. Otherwise, we keep creating. Look, out of your thoughts, that whatever you think, out of that thinking, you can make anything happen. As in conventional life, you can do whatever the good things, and at the same time, you can do whatever the bad things. But to do that all, it is not something that coming from outside, it all build up inside you. But to do something good or bad, suddenly overnight you cannot do something good or bad. It need a kind of like some kind of practice inside. So once it little by little, that it happen out of whatever you keep doing, and it start to take you to different levels. So out of this greed, hatred, and the delusion, it always take us to unsatisfaction, pain, disappointment, fear. So like that situations. So through the practice, there is a possibility, there is a way you can slowly take out these things. So in the beginning, how you can start this? Remember, just look yourself. Do you like who is living inside you? As a just as a person that you believe this is me, do you like that person or not? And do you feel, are you kind of like a hostage in this universe, or are you kind of, do you feel kind of like you are free? Question yourself. See, look at how big the universe. Do you feel, are you kind of like a hostage, trapped here? Or do you feel kind of like free? And you cannot get into that. You cannot recognize that sometimes. Why? Because you caught up in a pattern system. It's like this. So wherever you are now, you watching, you can do this. Okay. So you cross your hands, yourself. Just see how comfortable yourself when you cross your hands. But look, maybe you do it many times in your life. Now you used to do it for 1,000,000,000 times. Have you ever thought you do it in the same way? You do it in the same way. And change it. Change the pattern. Change the other side, up and down. See? Can you feel the same comfort? Both hands, just only two hands. What you did, you cross the hands, you change the hand. But are you feel the same way? Or are you feel a little bit discomfort? See, that is what that we in the current. Even a simple thing, we don't see deeply. We are in a current, it take us. And when you pray, like when you pray like this, and just try yourself how you can do it, and you will see your fingers every day. It doesn't matter, million times you pray. If you do this way or this way, your fingers, your palm, everything come exactly the same way every day. But how about if you cross your fingers like this? You cannot pray. It will discomfort, right? It is uncomfortable for you. You cannot do it anymore. See, that is a kind of like, because that is what the very important thing. Whoever within ourselves sometimes, that you look for liberation, but inside whoever live with you, and you are in a pattern, and if you try to change that pattern, you feel kind of like uncomfortable. So then the reason is, okay, be with me. So if you want to keep and find the comfort within yourself, and if you look for the change, that whatever you take as change, or it is not the change, it is just kind of like you kind of like a settle down, and you try to adjust the situation to find your comfort. So why this happen? Because it happened, we don't see this very clearly. So through the meditation, we go deeper and recognize, analyze our thoughts. And then you recognize this, everything change. When you recognize that, what happening, in that understanding, in that wisdom, naturally you get out of the pattern. Otherwise, how many times, mostly mostly we does, okay, I have this habit, I don't do this. So like that, we try to resist that, and maybe then slowly it start to come out of something else. Even we don't recognize it. And that's why it said, oh, he or she used to do this, but he stopped it, but now he start to do something else. Why? Because that current start to go through something else. But when you see the change, the naturally, the impermanent, the wisdom of impermanent start to come to you. So today, we're going to talk about the sanskara. So what is this sanskara? From where this comes? What it does to us? So remember this. If you recognize this, it will help deeply to untangle the net that happening within yourself. So sanskara means mental formations. So it nothing to do with the karma. It is just the natural pattern. It's same like, as example, that like the weather circle. Look at how the season change in the nature. It's not somebody doing it. If you deeply observe, there is a pattern. That pattern bring this all the change. So like that in our mind also, there is a pattern. Once you recognize that, you recognize that is how the mind behave itself in that pattern. When you recognize the pattern, that is the solution to get out of the pattern. Because that recognition itself release the pattern. So, how the sanskara happen? Sanskara mean your past experience, past thoughts, past habits. So whatever related to past, in this moment in your mind, so as a habit or the pattern, as thought, as experience, as knowledge, whatever you have in this moment is related to sanskara. So what is this sanskara? So as example, it like this. You like to eat cake. So then whatever you like, you get out the cake, and you can put that whatever you like into that, anything, any sensation with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. You like to watch movie, like to hear music, you like to dance, you like to go out, you like to hang out with people or whatever. So whatever you like, so now it is with you. Why? Because you used to do it in the past. So then tomorrow you go, because you like to eat cake, and then maybe somebody else come to you and tell, oh, there is a place, they have very tasty cake. So why that person tell it to you? Because in the past you used to do it, and then now everybody knows you like cake. So then the reason is, the cause is because you used to keep doing it. Even as example, you like to read books related to meditation. So then somebody bringing a book, meditation book, and that person goes somewhere and then find, oh, this is a meditation book. Oh, I have a friend, he or she like to read meditation book. Maybe it is good for her or him. So why that person bring? Because you used to keep doing, and that's why it come to you. So then remember the very simple thing, whatever you keep doing, things start to come to you. So it is related to anything in the life. So if you decide, if you take a conscious decision, from now I must stop this, that, then Whoever go to bookshop and see, oh, there is a meditation book. Oh, now he not practice meditation. He not practice meditation. It's give up. Or maybe you used to eat sweet, and then somebody goes somewhere and find something. Oh, now they don't eat this. See, it is stopped. So whatever you keep doing, it is start to come to you. But when it come, don't think it is a karma happening from somewhere. No, the karma means the because you keep doing it. That's why it start to come to you. So don't blame to anybody. So good or the bad or both anything the same. Even that whatever the bad come to you, the reason that other people blame to you because they know you get hurt out of it. If you decide not to get hurt out of whatever the word that they say, so as example, my name, if anybody call me venerable or Santa or Santa Sobana or idiot, I don't care. Why? Because I not depending from that. But if you depending from, oh, he need to tell me monk, I am a monk. And then if that person know that, and that person keep telling, maybe somebody else tell, oh, you have to tell this is a monk and so like that way. Traditionally we do that, but what I talk more deeply about it, forget about the tradition. It is about you. So why people blame to you or whatever the people, whoever close to you, love you, they know how you get hurt. So, and when they want to hurt you, they bring whatever that the thing you dislike. So maybe whatever the word that they're telling, blaming to you, if you like it, they're not going to bring that word. So then next day, next time when somebody blamed you, if you say, thank you, I like it, or I was waiting to hear that, I was dreaming to hear, the very next day, they're not going to do it. They get confused. So then look that it is a kind of like the magnet. So then how this sanskara, how this is happening? So this is what the sanskara mean. So listen this very carefully. I'll slow down and catch it. Okay, be with me. Sanskara mean, so you go to eat cake. And once you eat the cake, there is some nutrition going to come to your body. And something going to waste and go out of the body, flush out of the body. And maybe it take time, but like as example, whatever you eat and to flush out of it, it take 2 hours, 3 hours like that. And to absorb and become vitamin, and it take maybe few days. But somehow, after that all, once you eat cake, whatever going to be with you is sanskara. So whatever the things will that go away, but whatever going to be with you is sanskara. So then look, that today you eat something, and then the whatever absorbed to body and whatever flush, that everything go away. So if you don't like it, or that going to be with you, the experience, that experience going to take you to another place, or maybe to the same place. If you like it, in that very moment, what you do, oh, this is so good. in that very moment, that experience so good going to be with you. That is become a sanskara. And that is become a sanskara. Once it become a sanskara, what happening? It is start to take you to again and again, maybe for a one time, two time, maybe it has power to create your future. Or maybe you decide, I don't like this. So that experience, you bound to that experience, and then in that very moment that what you like, and then you tell, I never go to this place. See, you go past in the timeline now. Because of what? Because of the whatever the experience that you hold. But if you take the moment and you get whatever that you eat, if you don't bound to like or dislike, it's just the food, that's it. You eat it, you enjoy it, that's enough. In that very moment, you have no any future desire out of whatever you ate. Remember that. Out of whatever you ate, it's done in that very moment. You have no thoughts you build up out of it or thinking about the future. Then out of that action, there is no sanskara. So then apply that to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. That is the current keep happening around us. So whatever we experience in that very moment, even when you listen to this moment, if you have idea, oh, I want to read about this more, that is sanskara. Because why? Because it take you, it jump your thoughts from the moment passing the timeline. So like that, anything happen in day-to-day life. So can you be with that whatever happening within you, rather than building up thoughts and jumping out of the moment? That is that jump, that the strength build up the thought and jump is itself the sanskara. So then as example, then why you ate in this moment? Because of your past experience. And then in this moment, you build up something future, related to future. Then it's going to take you to something else. So it doesn't matter how much you came through the samsara, eons by, you passing this timeline and came. But today, you come to a point and you eat this, and recognizing whatever the taste or the like dislike, this everything you recognizing, it is just for the moment, and without thinking, jumping towards future, building up the future out of that whatever the experience in this very moment, you recognizing how that experience happening and how it change in that very moment. No sanskara, you get out of the sanskara. So then 5 aggregates, kama chanda. So that is with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. This always happening. And related to anger. Look, it is not just suddenly we get angry. It always in our mind. When you get angry, when somebody get angry, look what they mostly say. Keep a notebook and write. They're going to say what they're going to do. That's the mostly what they say. When they get angry, they say what they're going to do. See, they're angry. In that very moment, they jump out of the timeline and start to think. and the laziness, sloth and thought, lethargic mind, that always planning ahead, and uddacha kukkucha, restlessness related to with the self, and always planning, and comparison, and vichikicha, the doubt. This all create thoughts. So in the tranquility state, in the beginning it settled down, but that settling down not allow you to, you cannot see the change. So that's why the vipassana, the method how you can completely stop this, when not just by settling down. As example, you see there sometimes when it come to lake or fountain or water, when you put something and even in refrigerator, and that's why sometimes some bottles, it say before you use, shake it well. Why? Because that sometimes things settle down there. That doesn't mean it's not going to it going to go away. It is there. So like that, in the samadhi, in tranquility meditation, what happening, all these five aggregates settle down. It's not going to go. That's why even you have the power to attain to dhyana or high mental powers, you can drop that all. You can drop that all. There are many stories in the history. And that's why sometimes, that you have to remember, even you feel so calm, relaxed, comfortable, that doesn't mean you get out of this all the mental formations. It is there. Only thing it's settling down. So the vipassana is you go deeply and see this process, that how when the thought happening, like, dislike or neutral, whatever the thoughts, you recognize the change. When you're able to observe the change, so whatever the moment, that whatever experience happening in that very moment, you don't develop any thoughts out of whatever happening, and you don't jump out of it. Why? Because you've seen the change. So then your mind more and settle down and become stronger to see the change. And that is where you go and you withdraw the currents and you go towards impermanent. It is not this is impermanent, it is not like that. Because the recognition come out of seeing. But now we conventionally, what we does, we think, oh, it is impermanent. Oh, this is unsatisfactory. Oh, this is selfless. We think, but deeper, your mind, depending from the creating thoughts out of your own experience. So then look, that you do something in this very moment because of your past experience. So as example, so eating cake. I don't know why I take this cake today. So anyway, so then once you have today, the whatever the cake, in this very moment, whatever you gain experience, it is not your past experience. But you came to this point because of your past experience, but it is not past. It related to past. And in this very moment, whatever you gain experience, it is a brand new experience. But you came to this point because of your past habitual pattern, but in this very moment, now you have new experience. So this new experience going to take you to another place. In that place, whatever the experience you gain, you get it because of this but it's not going to be the same. So that is how the sanskara become again and again, again and again, again and again new. It's not going to be the same. It's like cause and effect, cause and effect. So always with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. And so this is the thing then. So whatever you like today, try to catch this. Whatever you like today, it brought you to this moment. That is okay. You survive. But how you know that whatever the desire you have now, it take you to tomorrow. You have no idea what going to happen. That is the danger of the sanskara. So far you good, but how you know that whatever you see, whatever you hear, smell, taste, and feel, and people, and the thoughts, whatever this in this moment, the current that keep going in you, it's going to take you to another place, another level, another moment, another experience. But you cannot guarantee what will happen out of that. So when it happen, it not happen because of this. This is the one reason it's going to take you to that place. But it is a different incident. But you went because of this, and you cannot blame. It is your karma. So the people think as a karma, this pattern, take you, and sometimes people have no power to even observe. You go to place. And then others say, oh, it is his karma. I knew that it going to happen to him or her. Why? Because that keep, but always things happening independently, but there is a deeper connection with the sanskara. That's why it is not already planned, but it is not completely free from you. Why? Because this current has power to take you to that, and at the same time it has power to react its own way. So once you recognize this, when the moment come to you, in this very moment, because when in this very moment you are safe. So whatever happened in the past, in this very moment you are safe. So in this very moment, if you become mindful regarding whatever you're going to do, whatever the desire rising you, that mindfulness will clear your path. And then rather than just jumping to that moment, and you create a gap in between action and reaction. So that is where you break down the sanskara. And then whatever the thoughts happening in you, whatever the as a memory that you carry out of your experience, you recognize there is no collective memory. In that very moment you experience and you drop it. The very next moment you take it as a very brand new moment. So that way you you slow down the sanskara little by little, and you empower the clarity in your mind. Rather than memory, you develop the clarity in that very moment. Your awareness becomes sharper and clear. In that moment, that is where you little by little start to develop your ability to hold and not to go with the sanskara, and little by little when you see the change, the collective memory, the nature start to disappear, and then certain level the purification happen. That's why this called art of purification. So you purify from your own thoughts. That means the collective memory. So it happened out of your bodily, verbally, mentally action with the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, the desire base. So once you able to just experience something without collecting and experience it and drop it there. That's it. You experience, you drop it there. Consciously, when you're able to do this, in a certain level, your liberation going to happen. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi diga yuko bhava. Ittavata ca ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sambe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vang hotu sabba dukkha pamuccatu. Bless you.